You probably heard that most startups fail, but why is that? And more importantly, how can you avoid it? Despite great ideas, strategic business plans, and huge investments, startups fail at alarming rates. But if I told you that the key to success isn't about detailed strategies of big investments, it's about learning, testing, and adapting faster than your competitors. Hi, my name is Sofia. I'm product manager at Malfario, and in this video, we will dive into Eric Ries' groundbreaking approach, the lean startup method. And if you're too busy to read this book, don't worry. We've got you covered with a quick practical overview to get you started. Let's get to the core of why most startups fail. It comes down of two major mistakes. The first reason is over-reliance on traditional management methods like rigid business plans, extensive market research, and long-term strategy building. This tool may work for established businesses, but in the predictable world of startups, these classical methods just don't fit. The second reason is complete opposite, ditching all structure entirely and operating by a simple go with the flow. But Eric Ries explained that even chaos needs some form of management. Think startups succeed because of luck, genius, or perfect timing? Nope, that's the miss. According to Eric Ries, success isn't about magic moments. It's about nailing the boring stuff that most people skip. The most important task of a startup is to develop the ability to very quickly understand what the market needs, what customers want, and what they are willing to pay for. And here is the twist: startup success isn't random, it's a process you can actually master. Ries figured this out as CTO of InView. Instead of spending months of trying to build the perfect product, his team launched something raw, real, and honestly not so perfect. Why? To get actual user feedback and improve fast. That's how the lean startup method is born. He compares running a startup to driving a car, where you can quickly change course to adjust the traffic situation, and opposes this approach to a rocket launch when you need to calculate and plan everything in advance. He regrets that many entrepreneurs prepare their startup business plans as if they are about to launch a rocket into space. But for conditions of complete uncertainty in which they will have to act, this is not scalable. So, what's Lean Startup really about? Testing ideas step by step, adapting to a feedback, and growing as you go. It's a difference between guessing what people want and actually knowing. Smart, right? Let's look how does the Lean Startup methods work in practice. It all comes down to the simple yet powered cycle: build, measure, learn. Step 1, build. But not the perfect product. No, you are building a minimal viable product or MVP. Think of it like a prototype. It's got just enough to solve the problem, but isn't a bare bones. Your goal is get something out fast so you can start testing with real users. No more waiting 6 months to launch the perfect thing. Step 2, measure. This is the fun part. You launched your MVP and now it's time to collect data. Does this solve the problem? What do your users think? What can we improve? Measure real world feedback, not just guesses. And step 3, learn. This is where you actually use all the feedback. It's time to decide, should we keep going down with this path or it's time to pivot? If your product isn't resonating with users, it's okay to change it. Learn fast and keep iterating. This is what helps you to build something customers really want, not just something you think they need. And then rinse and repeat. Build, measure, learn. Over and over again. This lean process means you don't have to wait years before launching a product. You do it in a small, manageable chunks and get feedback along the way. Alright, let's break down 5 lean startup principles with some real world examples to prove that it really works. Grab your coffee, this is where it gets exciting. Principle number 1: entrepreneurs are everywhere. It doesn't matter if you are a solo founder or run a multinational company, anyone can be an entrepreneur. Just ask the guys from Airbnb. They didn't have fancy offices or millions of funding. No, they started with air mattresses in their living room, literally. And now they are global giants in the travel industry. Start small, scale fast. Simple idea can change the world. Principle 2: entrepreneurship is all about management. You need a type of management to handle uncertainty. Take Zappos for example. Before they become the online shoe empire, we know they tested the water with just a few shoes and no inventory. They used lean startup to experiment, learn, and adapt quickly. See, it's not about having everything ready. It's about testing fast and testing often. Principle 3. Confirmation by facts, not assumptions. Dropbox didn't spend months building a platform. No, they create a simple video showing how the app would work, then release it online. People seen up in rows and they knew they were onto something. They confirmed down before building the things. Here's about smart validation. Now let's talk about build, measure, learn cycle. Instagram didn't start as a photo sharing app as we know. They were originally a check-in app called Bourbon. But when they tested, they saw the user were loving the photo sharing. So they pivot and boom, Instagram as we know it today. Rapid testing, quick pivots. That's how you build something user actually wants. Lastly, principle 5. Innovation accounting. It's about tracking real success, no vanity metrics. EMView didn't just focus on sign-ups. They measure how many people come back, how long they stay, and how engaged they were. That's how you improve, by measuring right things, tracking engagements, not just downloads. That's the key to making smart decisions. I know what you're thinking. This all sounds good, but how can I apply Lean Startup to my idea? Don't worry, I got you. Let's break it down into some small, simple, real world steps. Imagine you have started a new business, and here are what you do. First, start by asking yourself, what are the riskiest assumptions about your idea? For example, do people even want what I'm offering? Sounds basic, right? But you'll surprise how many entrepreneurs skip this step. So ask yourself, what do you really know for sure about your product? Probably not a lot. Then it's time to design a small experiment. Think of it like a test drive for your idea. You don't need to build a whole thing, just a tiny version. Maybe it's a quick landing page or simple mock-up or even a survey. What's the goal here? To get feedback as quickly and cheaply as possible. Next up, you've got to talk to your customers. Eric Ries advised adopting the Japanese principle of Genchi Genbutsu, which is translated as go and see. Don't just sit behind your computer hoping for the best. Ask questions on real people, observe their reactions, even listen to what they are not saying. It's gold. Finally, it's time to decide, pivot or persevere. This is where it gets tricky. You have to ask yourself, am I on the right track or it's time to switch things up? And when you should pivot? Simple. When it's clear your current approach isn't working. That's when you hit the reset button, take everything you learned, and come up with a new plan. It's like a mix of testing your idea scientifically, but also trusting your gut and creativity to find the sweet spot. That's the magic of Lean. Make quick decisions and learn even faster. Before we wrap up, pause the video and take the moment to grab these key points. And with that, thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. Check the link below and follow us on social media for more tips and updates. And if you're ready to take your startup to the next level, visit Molfario. We will help you build fast and smart. Catch you next time.